Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hey, it's a podcast.
I believe we're podcast 290 this week with Gus,
Lindsay,
Michael,
Jack.
And extra Gus. I saw today a story about a woman from Florida who visited a plastic surgeon to get a third breast installed.
What?
Okay, installed.
I don't know what word to use.
Now, is it like,
So
like
your-
Total Recall
Yeah,
across the front?
your
or like,
Place
your
boob
25-year
here.
dream of Total Recall, the three-breasted woman,
My God.
has finally come true.
well, I like it. Was it Married with Children? Al Bundy.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Why?
That can't be real.
Interesting.
There's video that she has as well.
No.
What if you're
That
into
has
that,
to be
though?
like a viral thing for like Total Recall 2 or some bullshit.
No.
Like, there's no way that's real.
There's got to be. I mean, people have like, what was it? Someone grew a penis on their arm, and that was for science because they were actually trying to.
Now,
Hey baby, let me fuck you with my elbow today.
did he get that
For
implanted or
science.
he fucking grew it?
No, it
Did
was.
he plant some seeds on his elbow, like
No,
penis
he
seeds?
actually didn't wipe the jizz off of his elbow. And he's giving you dick.
And then his wife was like,
In real-
honey, take care of that. And he's like, I am taking care
No,
of
he's
it.
like, yeah, I am.
I'm growing this out. This is history in the making.
That'd be really
Where
awkward
was the
too
guy
for-
with penis arms?
Gus just
Well,
invented a new kind of porn, I think.
I think it was like in relation to stem cell research or something, but it was like testing if you could grow something else on
So
another
some
part
guy
of the
said
body.
dick on the arm,
Yeah.
obviously.
I swear this exists.
How
Someone
many
look it up.
times is there like a horrific wood chipper accident and the penis is ripped off of your arm? But now we can.
I was playing
Thank God.
basketball and now
Science,
it's
we can put
gone.
it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the technology. We
Yeah.
can do it. Has science gone too far? It's like one of those little banner ads you see on the internet.
Can, but should we?
Has science gone too far? Yes. Yes, science has
Absolutely.
gone too far. in
Well,
this
if we
case.
have the three-breasted woman, can we get the one-breasted woman like in Kung Pao? Because I want
Oh,
that. Yeah,
right,
that
yeah.
should be next. I want that.
I'm sure
You
top
can't
men
have it.
are working on it.
I want to motorboat one boob, just one.
Can you? You can't.
Yeah, probably. If you like shove one out of the way, you're like, just do this one. Don't worry about the right. Leave righty alone.
Well, you just said there's only one.
Yeah.
So what would you be shoving out of the way?
I was talking about.
confused.
Sorry, I thought Gus was talking about just
No, I mean,
normal
like, you
people.
can't-
Can you motorboat? Is that real?
Can we get a
fuck are
chart,
you
maybe?
talking
Some
about?
diagrams? Like,
We need a demonstration.
You guys should go
Somebody
through
in
the
a white
technique.
coat needs to be out here pointing.
If you see here, if the breasts spread to this trajectory, you can insert your face.
geometry and whatnot.
I missed the podcast.
For
Man,
like,
speaking of which, I haven't
Speaking of which,
I haven't been
Gus, what
on
have
the
you been doing the 2 weeks
Go
you
on.
were off?
I haven't been on the podcast since before PAX.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Washington State for PAX, where
Seattle.
weed is legal. That is
Recreational marijuana
It is
is
like
legal.
going to another country. Like I picked up a newspaper, like they have their version of the Austin Chronicle, right? So I think they call it The Stranger. And you look at the back page, and it's just pot delivery services. Not like all of them are just like, they're just like competing with each other
Yeah.
about what they can
Did
bring
you have
down.
any that you'd recommend? Like that were better than the others? Or?
please
So
rate
because
them
apparently there's only
appropriately.
one place in Seattle where you can actually go to and legally buy marijuana. But
Really?
apparently since there's only one place, it's always empty.
Oh.
Like they always sell all their
Their
shit
supply's
immediately.
gone, yeah.
Yeah, so like now there's like this gray market delivery service stuff
Okay.
that's popped up.
Gotta flood the market.
Yeah. So it's really, really
So
weird.
can
You
I
see it
invest in
everywhere.
that one place just to make a boatload of money?
You'd be constrained because you don't have enough supply. But at one point, I was at an intersection. There was a red light. I was waiting to cross it. This car pulled up to the red light, stopped, and this dude pulled up this giant, massive bong. And just took like the biggest hit out of it while he was sitting there at the red light and put it. And then like it just disappeared back down. I was like, that guy's
fucking
awesome.
intense.
It's a feature of the car,
Bong
actually.
while you're driving.
I don't think
Jesus.
that's legal. I don't
Yeah,
think you
I
should have been
imagine
doing
it's
that.
not. That's like the
That's awful.
like
Jesus.
being legal. That's like the equivalent of someone like with a crock pot in their front seat. Like they sell those. They sell crock pots that you can plug into your cigarette lighter.
That sounds like a horrible
yeah,
idea.
so it's
Hot
like
oil?
Yeah, it's like keep it warm while you're going to a party or some shit
Jesus
like that.
Christ.
Like that's the equivalent to me
Yeah.
of like, dude, can I get like an electric bong for my car? Because pulling over and stopping is just too much trouble. Like I know it's legal, but I want to smoke my bong while I'm driving.
You just plug it into the cigarette lighter.
He's gonna get like a fucking bong hat or something. Somehow, like put the weed in the fucking helmet.
I'd want
Just,
an
like, get
extra
the tube.
button for that to push and have it like come out from the floorboard, like bong is ready.
Or
Would
you
you
could
like
do
to
like
take a
maybe you
hit?
could do like an airline, like have a mask drop. Like,
Oh yeah.
You take a hit and then you throw it back
If the
up.
pressure reduces in the car, please take a hit of the bong.
Yeah.
If you
you're
get
ang-
too sober, the mask will automatically deploy.
If your anxiety is increasing, please. So I mean,
This traffic's
how
freaking
was
me out, man?
how was Seattle? I mean, how did that affect the city? I mean, aside from
No. No, not at all.
But I mean, like, so you just kind of see it out. I mean, are people smoking in public or?
I think legally you're not supposed to like smoke it on the street.
Okay.
But I mean, the whole city smells like weed now. Like you're just walking down the street and you're like,
it smells great.
Oh, that person, like you can see like people with joints and like even homeless dudes are like, hey, do you have any weed? Like they're not asking for money anymore. They're just like, do you have a joint?
Like, they're just going right to the source. Like, I want money for weed. Now I can just ask straight for weed.
I appreciate your honesty, sir.
And no, I'll not.
I remember this thing that there's no way it could have been legal. Like as a kid, I'm like, this shouldn't be here. But I used it all the time. There was an arcade in like the mall near my house. And I was probably like a teenager, like 13, 14 or whatever. And, it's just like your standard arcade, kind of, not too small, but not huge.
Street Fighter 2, probably.
Yeah, it's just like all that and the racing machines. And it had like some of that was like back when, like, virtual, you like pull the thing down and put it on your face and it'd be like $8
I'm fighting
to play
sharks.
And all that shit. But in the corner, like way in the corner where no one ever was this tiny little slot machine, right? But it took real quarters and it gave out money.
Really?
Like it was a real working slot machine and you almost always won. I would always go there and put in, I swear to God, like out of every dollar, I'd get like $2 back.
Do you remember
every
where it
single
still
time.
is?
Yeah, the arcade's gone though.
Damn it.
But
Okay.
I'm like, this is like a fucking slot machine. This is real money. Like it's actual quarters. It wasn't even tokens. It's like
Weird.
you put in a quarter and if you won, you got quarters. And I'm just like, is this a game? Is this technically
they didn't
gambling?
realize it when
I
they
don't
set it
know.
up?
Yeah, I'm just like, it seems like this would be illegal. Like, you can't put this in a kid's arcade. Like, just like, hey, kids, gamble your money. I was just always weird to me. It was just a random little machine like this big in the corner.
That
and
seems
it was
like an
just-
oversight or
just a
something.
plot, yeah, it's like no one ever used it. I would always go in and be like, I'm gonna fucking use the slot machine.
Use the hell out of this thing.
You're like, man, I'm running low on quarters to play games. Let me go
I'm
make
not
some
even
more.
kidding. I'm not even kidding. That's what I do. It was like free money.
Years ago,
This is a serious podcast.
Jeff and I used to have this thing where we wanted to try to go to every bar in Austin. Like any place that sold liquor, we were going to go to. And we've been to tons of them. There used to be a place downtown on 6th Street called the Daiquiri Factory.
Oh, yeah.
And they just had like walls of daiquiri machines. You get all different kinds. It
Where
was
did
like,
it go? Why?
It became Cheers, I think, the shot bar, right?
Show?
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so one day we didn't want to go. We're like, we have to go. We're going to go into every bar. Let's go into Daiquiri Factory. We'll have one drink and we'll leave. So we walk into the Daiquiri Factory and we sit down, and a waitress comes over to take our order, and we tell her, whatever, stupid daiquiris.
Yeah.
And she leaves, and then another waitress comes to take our order, and we say, oh no, we already ordered with the first one. She's like, oh, okay. Then the second waitress comes back with our drinks instead of the first one. Like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh yeah, this is my table. I'm like, oh, we like you much better. That other waitress was talking shit about you anyway. She was like, what? Yeah, she was saying some shit about you, and like we started making something up. And
Christ.
she was like, that bitch. she had like her little tray. She like slammed it down on the ground and like ran into the back of the bar. We're like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
What have you done?
Like it was just like
Let's chuck these daiquiris and run.
just like an innocent joke, and like apparently there was some shit going on between them.
Woof.
Because she was pissed off. She got
That's
pretty
awesome.
fucking mad. But yeah, I think it became Cheers. But yeah, that place had been there forever.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Remember Paradox? Back
Oh
in the
yeah,
day?
yeah.
On 5th and like I
Fourth
don't
and
know.
Trinity, I thought.
No, it wasn't on 4th. It was wait. No, it was on 5th. It was on 5th for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's one block south of 6th Street. But yeah, that was the 18 and up dance club. So
Ooh.
all the high school kids who were old enough would
I
go
made
out
the
there and
mistake
go.
of going there once when I
Yeah.
was like 22 or 23.
Oops.
I walked in and it was like foam party night, and there was foam
Wow.
everywhere. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And I just like turned around and walked out.
You like Grandpa Simpson thing where you walk in, just do a loop and go back out.
Nope. Yeah, Gus just leaves.
I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. I'm not setting foot in there.
Foam party.
Never been to a phone party.
When did a foam party become a good idea? Who thinks like let me go cover myself in soap and be
Raves.
surrounded by other people?
That's where
Raves.
foam parties came
I think
in.
it's like I like
guess
bubble
so.
ecstasy,
baths.
glow sticks, and
Yeah.
foam. It's a
Maybe
perfect
other people
combination
will like
for
bubble
dead
baths
teenagers.
with me. Yeah.
Well, standing up and being hot and sweaty. Yeah,
I
that'll
had
be
some
fun.
friends who went to one in college, and I know that one of them, she was very disturbed because she went in like a bikini top, I guess. And I guess some people use that as an excuse of like, oh no, I've slipped on you and
Oh.
removed your clothing. Oh no. And she was like, nah, I'm not doing it again.
Oh,
so that's
God.
kind of like warded me off from it. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to do
Jesus.
the foam party thing.
Yeah, you don't want to
Fine.
know what's happening beneath the foam.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's like
Don't.
you get to like
God,
foam level. You're like, I'm not. I don't want to know what's going on down there.
There's so many condoms and band-aids everywhere. My God.
sometimes used simultaneously.
I know.
Do you think maybe
Which one do I use to protect me?
God. Do you think maybe next year at DashCon they'll do foam pits instead of ball
man.
pits? They can bring out the foam. It'll just be the pictures will be like everyone gets 15 minutes in the foam pit. It'll just be like a guy with a fire extinguisher just standing there, and everyone's just like this in the fucking
Awkwardly
pit.
waiting.
I got really drunk in a hot tub years ago.
Gus, you're not supposed to drink in them.
I know.
That's on the side. It's the rules.
It was years ago when we went to Sundance. It's the time that I peed on that snowman. I don't know if you know that story.
I'll just go with it.
Which time, Gus?
Okay,
Come on.
I'll tell
I know
the
this
whole story,
story.
but let me start with the hot tub.
Okay.
So we went out to Sundance, and it's a really small town, so you have to like stay at someone's condo, kind of like Airbnb or HomeAway. So we rented a condo, and a bunch of people were staying there, like 15 of us in this like little 3-bedroom condo. And in the condo complex, there was a hot tub. So and it's January in a ski resort, so there's tons of snow everywhere. And I was like, it'd be awesome to go out, in this freezing cold weather and just get in the hot tub and drink a bottle of vodka.
Yep.
So I did that, and I went out, got in the hot tub.
Bottle?
And I drank a bottle of vodka.
Christ.
Good Lord.
And I got really, really fucked up.
Really?
No.
And like to the
Don't
point where
say.
the hot tub wasn't very far from the condo. It was maybe 50 feet. And I couldn't walk it. I couldn't make it. And like along the way, someone had made a snowman. And I really needed to pee really bad. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I was drunk. I unzipped my pants and started pissing all over the snowman. And like about when I'm halfway through, the person who made the snowman came out of their condo. And they were like, what are you doing? I made that. And they were like, what did she say? She said, I created. All you could do is stand there and destroy it. I said, I'm the destroyer. And I was just like peeing all over her snowman.
Who the fuck comes outside, sees a drunk ass dude pissing on a snowman, and their reaction is, how dare you? I created that. You're not like, this guy's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I would be like, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Bang it. Just stay. I'm going back inside.
I went back to the condo, threw up on the wall, locked the
Nice.
bathroom door, and passed out in the bathroom.
That's so nice. He could have taken off his hat and thrown up in it and put it back in his head.
I woke up the next
Shoved the
morning.
carrot up his ass.
I woke up in the middle of the night. I went out to the couch in the living room, passed out on the couch, and I woke up at 7 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. because I could hear the "You spin me right round," and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I opened my eyes, and David Zellner had a laptop with meat spin in front of me.
Yes.
Nice.
And I was like, "Awesome! Thank
fantastic.
you."
Way to wake up.
I just don't think you understood that snowman artist. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You just didn't appreciate their
Dude,
art.
there's something dangerous
All
about
you
this
can
drinking
do
in
is
water. Like
destroy.
I've gotten drunk in a pool before, where you're just sitting there, like hanging out in a pool, like like mid-level or whatever, like
3
chest
feet
level
of water, yeah.
And then you start drinking, and then it's like you don't realize how drunk you are because the water's helping you up.
Yup.
You get out, and it's like, oh god,
Man,
you go
'cause
from
you're-
like buzzed to annihilated, like in those 3 steps to get out of the pool.
The water is like pre-drunk, like you're already sluggish
Yeah,
and
yeah.
slow to get through the water, and then you get out and you're moving the same speed. Dude, that's like Gavin and I, and Lindsay, and sometimes Barbara's with us, and Meg. We go swimming at our complex, and when we make the riot punch, like I've absolutely blacked out like 1 or 2 times. Like being awake, I just don't remember it. I don't remember the afternoon because it's just like, hey, we're in the pool, and there goes my memory. It's just like you, like especially the riot punch. You have
And it's
no
Sunday
idea
afternoon.
how completely obliterated you are. That's the whole, the animated adventure with Lindsay getting drunk and passing out in the fucking
Riot
apartment.
punch, man.
That was we were at the pool party, and there's like a false sense of security there because it's only like 4 feet deep. So hopefully you wouldn't like fall in and drown. Like someone would pull your ass out. And, we just walk back to our apartment. So it's like, what can happen?
Yeah.
And then I'm
Then
locked
you're
out of my
gone.
apartment the
Yeah,
entire
I did that.
night.
I got out of a pool. I got to the top step and realized, I can't walk. So I crawled. And then, so and my friend's just looking at me laughing. It was his house, and so he's looking at me laughing. I'm like, where can I throw up? And he just pointed away. And I crawled on his grass as far as I could. Then I started vomiting. And then his little dog, he had a little chihuahua named Jellybean,
no.
ran up and got next to me, and I was like, Jellybean, no, look away, Jellybean.
Are you sure the dog was real? Jelly bean, no jelly bean.
They're
What
like,
the
man,
fuck is
Jack is fucked up.
I guess he wants jelly beans. Should we go get him?
We need jelly bean stat.
Just like,
then they
friend
throw
is
me,
right there,
they threw
he's
me in their
petting him.
guest room, and then I remember waking up the next afternoon or like the next day, the next midday, and I was like, what happened? And like, oh, you were gone.
Well, even on that RTA story, when I blocked Michael out of the apartment, I've told Michael this, but I was like, the part that they left out too is like I was so drunk that I realized like I usually am aware of myself enough to be like, I'm way too wasted. I need to get myself home or in a bed or something. Can't be here any longer. So I reached that point in the pool, and they're all still hanging out, partying, having fun. And I was like, I have to go. I'm gonna go, but I didn't want to make it weird and be the person who's like, I'm too drunk to handle myself. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm leaving the part of the pool. I opened the gate and I threw up, but because I was so determined to get back, I was like, no, and I just shoved it back into my mouth and kept going. Yep.
Oh.
Did you swallow or did you hold it in your mouth?
No, I held it in my mouth until I went home. I was like, no, not here.
It's
not
like
now.
it's like a 2-minute walk.
Just spit it out. There's got to be bushes around.
Grass
Your neighbors are
everywhere.
like, hey,
It's
Lindsay,
all grass.
Your neighbors are like, hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Like,
It's good. It's good.
She's holding it in her mouth next to the grass that's littered with dog shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people don't
No.
pick up.
Don't wanna
She's like,
ruin that
don't wanna
perfectly good
vomit
grass.
on the dog shit.
I just didn't want them to see and judge
yeah,
me.
it's more perception.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. God
Oh,
forbid,
keep
cool.
Gavin and I judged you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stumbling all
The
over the place, but damn it, I'm not throwing
Perfect
up.
example of high class.
Yeah, you're
There
stumble
was-
drunk, not puke drunk.
There was there's some video. I can't remember who filmed it. You filmed it or Barbara filmed it or something. There's one day where we're just like so absolutely drunk at the pool. I like barely remember it. And Gavin and I are having a conversation, and like I'm standing talking to him and practically like falling over while I'm just standing because must have been like drying off after we got out of the pool, and we're talking about something or whatever, and he either does it to me first, I do it to him, I can't remember. But one of us is just like, shut up, and they just pour like a cup of beer all over the other one's head. I think he did it to me first. I can't remember. Yeah. He was just like, shut up, Michael, and I was just like, all right. So then I was talking to him, and then like another 30 seconds later, I was like, you bitch, and then I poured all over him, and he's just sitting there like this, like slouching, getting beer poured all over him, just going like, no, what are you doing? And like I'm watching it like the next day, and we look like fucking man babies. We look like we're like 3 years old. You know, like you do it, no, you. And whoever's filming us is like, yeah, they're pretty fucked up right now. Like,
I think it was
little
Andrew.
drunk.
It
Yeah.
was bad.
I think in that same video, I'm trying to tell Barbara's story, and it's just they're not words.
The conversation,
They're
by
not
the way,
English.
what we were arguing about, I'm pretty sure we got into an argument, and that's why like we threw the beer at each other, was we were talking about pre-cum. If I'm not mistaken, that was the conversation.
It's a heated topic.
It
so-
was. we were discussing the difference in if there's a thing between pre-cum and post-cum, and this was the argument
Weigh in,
that
go.
came up.
Gus and Jack.
Oh, no.
Is there a difference?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
I mean, it's the same thing, but my point is like
Is
you
the
have
timing
pre-cum when
different?
you're like about to go, because that's what it does to like clean out the pipes and make sure it's all ready for delivery of baby. That's the whole point. That's what the human body does. But then after you're done, it's like, cool. And then like 3 minutes go by, and then you get dribble, and then it's like where like the rest comes out to clean it out next time. And
That's
I'm
the
just
noise
like,
it makes,
That's
actually.
like the post of it. It's the same thing, but it's afterwards. So I was arguing with Gavin, like, yeah, but it's more like post cum. He's like, it's not though. It isn't.
So
and
I'm,
we're like,
I'm cool with it so long as you don't pour beer on me.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
like yelling this at the pool of our complex. There's like nobody there, but
So-
we're like, it is pre-cum. No, it isn't. That's not. It's different cum.
So, Gus, you have an ad read you want to do right now?
No, wait. I got a few minutes to kill. See you next time.
See you in Vegas.
Bye.
Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth.